What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Rogue Tuesday, and continue with the theme of Halloween. This time around, we are playing the Banette deck. Banette. I'm not sure what you want to call it here. But Banette is a ghost Pokemon, and Banette has a Delta evolution, which you can evolve it automatically. So if you have a Shuppet, you can shove it into a Banette, which is great. But Banette has the attack Eeveelution Jammer. It does 20 damage, which, of course, is not a lot. It's like 20 damage. 20 damage. You're going to need 9 turns to knock on an EX. But your opponent can't play any Pokemon from his or him to evolve his or her Pokemon during his or her next turn. That means your opponent can't rare candy. They can't manually evolve the Pokemon. They need a Wally or a Evo Soda. Is Evo Soda still? I think Evo Soda is still legal. If it is legal, then they can use Evo Soda. I think it is though. But those get around the Eeveelution Jammer. So if your field is full of Vespiquens and Metagrosses and Golbats and Crobats, Banette might be the deck for you. Now, if your field is also filled with Sidestone and Giratina, which are very popular decks right now, you can use Shuppet as well. It's a great attack, and it has an attack called Bleh. You discard a special energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon, not to their active, and it's not a coin flip. It is anywhere. So you can Bleh, discard energy off the bench Pokemon, and you can basically win that way. So, like I said, if your field is full of evolution Pokemon like Vespiquen, the Metagross deck, which is really popular right now, and the Zubats and Crobats and Golbats, and maybe Raichu as well. You can use the Banette deck, get around it, and anything else. If your field is full with EX Pokemon like Manetrix, Lucarios, that's the only two relevant EX Pokemon. Maybe Sceptile, maybe Tyranitar, Rayquaza you should be able to beat. All those Mega Pokemon you don't have to worry about because of the Eeveelution Jammer, which is great. If so, Manetric and Lucario are two Pokemon you probably have to really worry about. Besides that, the deck should be able to beat everything else. So, we said earlier that the Banette only does 20 damage, which, of course, it's a stage 1. So, we have Eeveelutions in here. Of course, you know, the Flareon can do the Flare attack, Flare effect, making it a Fire Pokemon, Vaporeon, making it a Water Pokemon, and the Jolteon, making it a Lightning Pokemon. Now, even though they're only a Lightning, Fire, Water, whatever, and your hand for weakness, you're still only doing 40. With the Mustang, you're only doing 80. So, you're 3-shotting an EX, while they're probably 2-shotting you, maybe even 1-shotting you, depending on the situation. And that's why, if your field is just full of EX, like Manetrix, like, if you go to League, and you just select Manetrix anywhere, don't think about playing this deck. Maybe you can put in some fighting Pokemon, but I wouldn't play it. So, I mean, but if it's filled with, like I said before, the Vespiquens and Metagrosses and Crobats and Golbats and Raichus, play this deck. This deck could beat those decks pretty easily. And of course, you have 2 Shamans to help set up, which is the ability to draw 6 cards in your hand. And that's all the Pokemon here. Banette's your main attacker, the Eeveelutions to help hit for weakness, Shamans to help set up, and Shuppet has the Bleh, which is great. So let's move on to the item cards. For Crushing Hammers, flip a coin if it has discard energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. And this is to actually help you get a fighting chance against those EX decks. If you can constantly hit Crush Hammer, get rid of their energies, and slow them down, making it where they're not attacking you until you flip Tails on a Crush Hammer, you could win that way, which is a great option. Of course, we'll play 2 Enhanced Hammer to discard a special energy, like Double Colorless, Double Dragon Energy, Flash, Danger? I always forget the dark energy. I just want to say it's bad. Dangerous energy. There we go. I always want to say it's bad energy because I think that's what the Japanese translation was. So I always say bad energy, but Enhanced Hammer can get rid of those. 2 Love Ball, which can get you the Eevee, the Eeveelutions, the Shuppet, Banette. 1 Sacred Ash to get back your Banettes and Shuppets. And maybe your Eeveelutions line if you do have to discard them early. 2 Switch, and that's in case Shaman or somebody gets stuck in an active spot. Everybody has a 1 retreat cost less, or besides the Vaporeon. That's the only card with a 2 retreat cost, so you should be okay. 4 Trainer's Bell to help set up, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Pick a trainer card, put it in your hand. 3 Ultra Ball just helps search out for your Pokemon. 4 VS Secret to your supporters. We do play 1 Ace Trainer here, because your opponent's probably going to take a prize before you, and if they're not, that means Eeveelution Jammer is working there, and of course the Ace Trainer is just going to be there to slow down your opponent's their opponent's turns. If you Ace Trainer down to 3, and then you Crush Hammer, get rid of their energies, they have to helpfully hit a supporter and then some energies, and then they can start attacking you. 2 Light Center, bring up some off the bench, 3 Birch, 4 Sycamore, pretty standard there. 3 Muscle Band, like I said, so you do 20 more damage to the Banette, so now you're doing 40. And with the Jolteon, Vaporeon, Flareon, you're doing ×2 weakness, so 80. 3 Headringer to slow down those EX decks even more. I'm not sure how great of a card it's going to be, but maybe it works out. And 6 Psychic Energy. So the cards I don't really know about are the Crush Hammer, the Enhanced Hammer, and the Headringers. Those are definitely in there, like I said, to slow down those EX decks that we struggle with, like the Manetrix, like the Lucario, like any of those decks you can Crush Hammer. But besides that, this deck can beat them, and you're going to see a lot of opponents scoop. Like if you play against Metagross, they're just going to scoop. They can't really do anything. They could attack you with Miltank, but Miltank is only doing 60 with the Muscle Band 80, but then you play Enhanced Hammer, you play the Crush Hammers, which is great for you. Phantom Queen, they'll probably scoop, unless turn 1, they play like Force the Giant's Plant, and it gets down like a bunch of Pokemon turn 1, that could be very troublesome. I was trying to think of a cool, like a Stadium card to put in here, but I couldn't think of one, so right now the Stadium card is just whatever your opponent puts down, which is fine for you. Maybe the Rough Seas could be like the worst stadium for them to have out, because they constantly heal 30 while you're smacking them for 80. That could be a big problem, but besides that, the stadium card doesn't really matter. But hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out to John Collier. This is one of his favorite Pokemon and his favorite decks. I built it for him, so hopefully he enjoys this video. But thanks for watching. Hope you have a great Tuesday. We'll see you back on Thursday for another Expanded Thursday. Tomorrow is Way Back Wednesday, and I'm going to review the new set that just came out, the Breakthrough set. So if you're not looking for that, I'm sorry, but Thursday we'll have Expanded Thursday. We will continue the Halloween theme, but hope you have a great Thursday, and let's see this deck in action. Alrighty, so we're putting a Strudel playing a Fighting Fairy Steel. Are we going first? Hey, calm down there, computer screen. Alright, so we start Banette. We get a Level Ball. We can get an Eevee out. We get the Shuppet. Pretty good turn 1. If we get that, well, we could Level Ball for a Banette. Oh, buddy, it's a Metagross deck. If we get the Metagross out, we could win. Well, not if we get the Metagross out. If we get the Banette out, we just win right here. There's a Fighting Energy to the Beldum. Let's see it work. Crushing Hammer. Heads, get that out of here. Level Ball. Banette. Yes. Banette, come on down. Put the Banette down. I'm actually going to... do we License or Shaman? Well, License up the Swirlix. Shaman here. Drawing 3 cards. We whiffed. Oh, man. We could have used Sycamore, maybe. Alright, well, I guess we'll pass our turn here. Not very exciting here, but, I mean, nothing really. Okay, there's a Slurpuff there, so we can see my opponent start using Slurpuff and draw 2 cards of Tasting here. Hopefully, she does not have a Rare Candy Metagross. If she has a Rare Candy Metagross this turn, we are donezo. They receive a Level Ball, probably getting a Metang out. Okay, another Swirlix to help draw some more cards. They receive the Metang, which we're glad it's not a Metagross, so we don't have to worry about Metagross right now. Muscle Band, the Banette, and we will Sycamore. Needed energy. There we go. And we should just win now. We'll Trainer's Mail here, grabbing Enhanced Hammer. That seems fine. Alright, time to use Eeveelution Jammer for 40. You take that. Well, can Metang knock us out? Metal Claw can do 30. Bullet Punch can do 50. Ooh, that could be spicy. So we see a Tierno here drawing 3 cards. But we know that Metagross cannot come down anymore because of the Eeveelution Jammer. Take that, Metagross deck. Even though a lot of people are playing this deck now, I guess because it's a cheap deck and easy to build. And you don't need Shamans for it, so it's, like I said, it's fairly cheap with no Shamans. And we're going to see what Strudel does here. I mean, they really can't do anything unless they have to, like, knock us out with Metang here. And they might be able to do that because our hand is pretty bad. We got 2 Headringers, 2 Enhanced Hammer. We got 2 of a kind here. I guess this is our poker hand. My speakers made a noise. And there we see a victor screen. And as you see, sorry about that. I'll turn my speakers off. As you see, if we are playing against an Eeveelution deck and they don't have, like, Wallies or Evo Soda, you kind of just automatically win because they can't evolve Metagross from their hand there. So we'll play one more game with the deck and we'll see what happens. I know that one wasn't very exciting, but if you do play against an evolution deck, like I said, and they don't play Wally and or Eeveelutions, you just kind of automatically win. So that's great there. But we'll play one more game with the deck here in a second. Alrighty, putting against Mikaru, I'm not sure how to say his name, and we're going first. Okay. Alright, cool. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we can attack turn 1 regardless. We got the Shop It, we got the Banette, we got a Psychic Energy, we got Shape Beam, Muscle Band, Trainer's Mill. This is a great hand. Okay, so Shop It. We should have went second. Shop It. And let's see what Mikaru is playing here. Shape Start doesn't tell us anything, but at least we can get down Eevee's turn 1. So Trainer's Mill here for Level Ball. I lied. Alright, but we get Headringer. Maybe we can slow down Shaman. Here, have a Headringer, buddy. Shaman up to 5. And we'll pass. We'll pass for the turn. Okay. We could have Level Ball for an Eevee. But if the other Shaman's in the deck, I want to Ultra Ball for Shaman next turn if we don't have a supporter. It's like, we could get Jolteon down this turn. But I don't know how great, like... That would have been my opponent could Sky turn the following turn and then like attach energy. Force the Giant's Plant. Now that's a scary card there. They don't need to play that card. They don't need that card turn 1. They don't need that card. Oh buddy, there's a Force the Giant's Plant. What grass deck is it? If it's Vileplume, I'm going to be scared. How do we deal with Vileplume? I don't know. We just don't need to have a Vileplume turn 1. Please, no Vileplume, Mikaru. I'm sorry I'm saying the name wrong. So they've seen Ultra Ball, discarding a Life Center and Muscle Band. We're going to find out what grass deck it is. Just give Mikaru a second. He's looking through his deck to see what's all prized and what's not prized. There's a Hoopa. Hoopa doesn't tell me anything if it's what kind of grass deck it is. So we see a Hoopa. Is it a Sceptile deck? It could be a Sceptile deck. Then we have to get a Flareon. Flareon can do damage against Sceptile. There's a Hydreigon, a Giratina, and a Hydreigon. I said Giratina. It's Giratina. I know. I'm so funny. Okay, so Hydreigon comes down, a Giratina, Hydreigon. Honest Gloom, Vileplume, Sycamore. Do it for me. Oh no, did they ever play a Sporter? They have not played a Sporter. There's a double Dragon Energy. Come on, pass. Pass for us, Mikaru. Don't you hold me out. I would just... If he has, like... Oh, we see a pass. Okay, cool. So first card, we're going to Hand Hammer that double Dragon Energy, sir. You don't need that card. That's not great. That's not good for you. It's not good for your health. Okay, then we'll Ultra Ball. This card switch and Verse Seeker. I'm going to hold on to these Crushing Hammers. I don't even care if Shebe is prized. And he is prized. Alright, we're just going to Evolution Jammer for 40. Oh, man. Oh, buddy. We have, like, another option we can do this game, too. Is we could just shup it and bleh all of his energies away. That could be a spicy idea, too. But right now, my opponent cannot evolve into Vileplume. There's an Oddish, but like I said, they cannot evolve into Vileplume because of the Evolution Jammer. That's great. We need to play out Crushing Hammers. Do you bleh or not? That's the big question. I'm going to Crushing Hammer first, and let's see if we get heads or tails. The big question, does he play any other energies besides special energies? Like, does he play the grass or a psychic energy? That can make things interesting for sure. But if he only plays the special energies, we could just go the bleh route. We see an Ultra Ball discarding the Unknown and a Sycamore. Okay. I hope he goes for a Gloom. Oh, he goes for a Vileplume, but he can't. No. You can't play those cards. Alright, see a pass my opponent's here. We'll get the Crushing Hammer. Tails. Crushing Hammer. Tails. You know what? We're going to go for it. We're going to sit him shop it in energy and we'll bleh. Yeah, discard that. Oh, buddy. We got him. We flipped double tails, but we still got him with the bleh. Who needs Banette? Oh, that's just the beauty of shop it. We can just bleh all of his energies away. If he doesn't, we just gotta hope he does not play grass, or psychic energies. If he plays those, we're donezo. There's a Gloom, a Vileplume comes down, I'm 100% positive here. Yep, there's Training Smell first. Yeah, that's a great idea. Muscle Band, not really worried about that card. Muscle Band, the Giratina. I keep saying Giratina, but it's Giratina. Thanks, Russell, for ruining my life. Another double Dragon Energy comes down, but we have the Bleh ready to go. Professor Birch's observation heads. Did they? I thought he Ultra Ball for a Gloom or Vileplume last turn. Maybe I'm crazy. I probably am crazy. That's okay though. All right, but what can my opponent do? We're just gonna Bleh and discard the double Dragon Energy, and we'll have 2 double Dragon Energies gone. Yeah, we'll have 2 double Dragon Energies gone. Okay. And what can Mikaru do from there? I mean, we're just going to constantly Bleh. There we see a switch into the Giratina. I'm not worried about that. We're just going to Bleh. You're not going to scare me, you bully. We see a Lava Ball coming up. Probably grabbing a Oddish just so that way he doesn't draw into it again. What my opponent's going to have to do here is Lysander up a Banette or a Shaman and hope we don't have a way to retreat out of it. That's going to be his way to win here. And even if he does that, we have multiple Shuppets we can just put back down and Bleh over and over again. So here we'll just Bleh. Sorry, double Dragon Energy. And we'll keep the train rolling here. What you gonna do, Mikaru? Shuppet, just look at this Shuppet here. You're like, oh, this card's not scary. He's got 4 different Pokemon in it. That's his power. That's how strong he is, because he has 4 different Pokemon in it. What can Mikaru do now? We still haven't played a supporter card yet either, which is great. No Sycamore, no Birch, no Lysander, no Trainer's Mail either. Wait, we played 1 Trainer's Mail. Yeah, 1 Trainer's Mail. The other Shea Bay is prize, which is great. But we're not going to take any prize this game. We're just going to go the Bleh route, which is another option you can do. I'm not even playing against Toad. You can Bleh their energies away. I mean, oh, get him, Cammy. Oh, Cammy's going to give him the Banhammer. Never mind. Mikaru tried to trick us. There's the Lysander play I was talking about. So there we see Shaman coming we see Shaman coming up in the active spot. Does my opponent have an energy this turn though? If he there's a DCE. Fair enough. And let's see, top deck something good. A Lysander. Alrighty, we'll just Lysander up the Hoopa. Yeah, we'll Lysander up Hoopa and we'll Verse Seeker for another Lysander, because if they do get the Vileplume out, we can't Verse Seeker next turn. So we'll just end our turn here. Okay, so if he does get a switch or an AZ or something, yeah, a switch or an AZ, we can just Lysander up the Hoopa again. There, but he's gonna keep it in his hand. That'll probably be a smart play. There we see the Giratina come to the act spot here. Does he have? Oh, there's a double Dragon Energy. But he can't. He's going to take a knockout here. He's going to take a knockout on the Shaman. But then I'm going to Lysander up a Hydreigon. And then we're going to Bleh. Like, oh, buddy. We're going to Bleh that double Dragon Energy away so quick next turn. So set up the Shuppet, of course. I wish the other Shaman wasn't priced. Lysander up the Hydreigon. And we'll Bleh. Discarding the double Dragon Energy. That's the 3rd one, I think. 1, 2. Yeah, that's the 3rd one, which is great for us here. So if he probably has 1 left in the deck. He'll need that and a switch for this turn. There's a double Dragon Energy. Okay, so he has the double Dragon Energy. Fair enough. But does he have a way to switch the Hydreigon? He needs a switch or an AZ. He might not play any Verse Seekers, but he probably play high counts of AZ. Since it is a Vileplume deck, you don't want to play like a lot of Verse Seekers because they get clogged in your hands because you can't use them because the Vileplume. They would see Hoopa come down as well, which is kind of interesting because we can just Lysander that bad boy up. We're just seeing what Mikaru does here. We don't even have like a real supporter. There's a Lysander bringing up our Shuppet. What a jerk. We just need a top deck something. Give me something, Pokemon! Wait, how can he retreat? Is this like stacked? Like, is it stacked? Am I silly and forgot this? Why would you license the Banette? That's my first question. If you have, I'm confused. Do Hydra stacked? I didn't know if they did stack. Maybe they do stack, and I'm just silly. Alrighty, we get a Sycamore here. Cool, cool, cool. Trainer's Mill, Crushing Hammer. Trainer's Mill. We need a Pokemon. Alright, we got a Love Ball. That's great. That's what we needed. Just in case for somehow he does knock us out here. But we get another Shuppet. Putting that bad boy down. Enhanced Hammer, the DCE. Bleh. Away the Double Dragon Energy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. What are you going to do now? He's down all 4 Double Dragon Energies. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 DCEs. What are you going to do now, Mikaru? You're playing this scary Giratina deck, but when he doesn't have any energies, he can't really attack us. There's a DCE coming down, but I mean, if he doesn't play Psychic or... Is it Psychic and Fighting? Psychic and Grass. If he doesn't play Psychic and Grass energies, what can he do? Just nothing. Like, he just loses. So, we'll see. There we see an Ultra Ball, discarding a double Oddish. Maker is looking through his deck. Grabs the Vileplume here, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with the Vileplume coming down. And we have less cards in our opponent's deck, too. So he'll deck out before us as well, which is great for us. He'll probably just concede here in a second, because, I mean, there's nothing he can do. They were seeing AZ. Like I said, this deck probably doesn't play Verse Seeker, but high counts of AZ. We've seen one, just one so far. He has another one in his hand that we know of right now. And we'll probably just see a pass. Now, what my opponent probably could have done is continuously Shaman, DCE, Sky Return, Sky Return, Sky Return, Sky Return. That's his best option. But we see the opponent did not go that route for sure. And we see the Vileplume finally come down, shutting down all of our item cards, but I'm not really worried about that. I am just going to use Bleh, discard this DCE here, and we should just win the game now. My opponent probably doesn't have any more energies. He's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 DCEs. Okay, so he might hit 1 DCE, and there we see a victory screen coming down. So you can see how against non-EX decks that evolve, like the Metagross we saw earlier, you can just automatically win with the Banettes. So when you play against Vespiquen, you get down the Flareon, and even against some non-EX decks, you might be able to win. But if your opponent plays an EX deck that doesn't use special energies, you are going to lose. It's going to be really hard. It might be doable, but you can't even 3-shot an EX. You do 80, 160, and then you knock them out. So you have to 3-shot an EX, and by the time they do that, they're not gonna have 3 Banettes here. This is definitely just a fun league deck. If your league is filled with like Vespiquen and Metagross and Seismitoad, you should play this deck. This deck can beat those decks. But if you in a league with Manetrix, once it gets 2 Lightning, it can Assault Laser over and over again. Now you do have the Crush Hammers and the Headringers, which could slow them down, and that might work, but it's very, very hard. It's a very hard matchup for sure, because Assault Laser can do 60. If you accidentally attach a Muscle Band, they can one-shot you. Lucario, well, no, Lucario probably just overruns you, like, just continuously knocks out a well. Yeah, like I said, if you're playing against, like, if your field is full of Evolution decks and size 30 Giratinas, you should be able to beat them. Fairies might be sketchy as well because you don't have a Steel Pokemon. But help features interview. I mean, not interview. This is not an interview. This is a video game. A game. A game. Yeah, there we go. I hope you enjoyed this game. Thanks for watching Road Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed Banette Eeveelutions. I know the games weren't too exciting, but it's hard to get good games with this deck here. But thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Alrighty. Bye.